Okay guys, y'all gave me the fever, new hair, who dis? It's Deidra here again. I'm bringing some more budget tips and I'm super excited because we've gone over the basics. You know that in order to track, you have to know where your money's going. I think a big part of it and a big part of most people's day-to-day life is we get money in and it's just automatically gone because we buy and spend and do all the things. You literally let your money control your life. Whereas when you really want to take control of those finances, you need to start telling your money where to go. And that's why I'm going to preach again, write out your monthly expenses. Every single month, I know what's coming out. I know what's going to be taken out of my bills because I write it down. Every single month. As I've showed you the last couple weeks, tracking is so important because then you're going to know where your spending is going wrong. For us, lately, it's been eating out. Ugh, I hate even saying that because not only does it get me away from my financial goals, but it gets me away from my health and fitness goals. So I really want to buckle in, make my nutrition on point, eat at home instead of just being lazy, if we're being honest. One thing you can do after you started tracking, you're like, okay, I know what my monthly bills are. Okay, I know where I'm spending my most money. Okay, now what do I do? The next step into diving into becoming debt-free, figuring all that out, is knowing what debt you have. And when I say debt, I mean all of it. Doctor's bills, student loans, vehicle payments, all the things. I'm not talking about bills like your utilities and your water and your cable and whatever else. Those are all bills. I'm talking debt. What? If we're done today, like what are you still going to owe the world? What are you going to owe? So for us, our debt looked way different when we started. We've been doing this for a year now. So we had school loans, we had a vehicle, we had all kinds of things. And so we've knocked out a ton of that this past year. And I have to freaking celebrate that. Like, I think it ended up being like $17,000 in debt on top of being able to pay cash for different various vacations. It was huge. And for us, it was amazing. It was a weight lifted off of our shoulders. And being able to celebrate those debts once they were gone, that was everything. But as we go about our life, we have months and new things happen and new stuff is piling up. What do we do with that debt? We don't necessarily get more debt because we don't have credit cards. If you do have credit cards, I'm going to encourage you, cut those puppies up, stop using them. You're not using them for emergencies. You don't need them. Get your emergency fund, which is just saving $1,000, setting it aside. Start making that a priority, and then you don't even have to worry about the card. But enough about that rant. What we do is we write out, okay, what is our debt for this year? What do we know we have coming up that we have to pay? Or what literal things do we owe on? So for us, we know we had a bedroom makeover for the boys, which we saved a bunch of money on. We paid off my sister's wedding vacation. We have a vacation for my birthday. We know we're going to owe on a cow sometime this year. We pay our vehicle insurance all at once. So we considered that a debt. Then different business trainings that I have to go to, we want to set money aside for the plane tickets and the rooms and the food while I'm there. Then we have our van and our house payment. We know we have to get tires for one of our vehicles. I'm trying to think right here. And then we want to build up our savings. So those are our debt. And literally what we did was we marked it all down here and put it all out on paper. The cost, the actual dollar amount of what it would be, or a close to guess in case it wasn't an actual bill, a guess of what we would need for that. We have it literally all wrote down. When you sit there and you write out your debt, I know you're not going to want to. I know you're not going to want to do it at all because the reality of it sinks in. For us, when we started, we sat and we looked at our bills, our debt and our bills for the month, and we're like, we don't even make that. We literally don't even make the money to break even. How are we going to do this? So what I encourage you to do, because I want you to take it baby steps at a time, what I encourage you to do is make your list of debt. I need you to make this list of debt, and then I need you to look at your calendar. And I need you to look, okay, is it adding up? If I take my debt that I owe and my monthly bills, am I making enough money for that to happen? Because if not, that's when we have to start reevaluating our monthly bills, our monthly cable, water, and, groceries, gas, all those things, what you're paying weekly, day to day, that month, the monthly expenses, that's what you're going to have to figure out, because guess what? This is debt. This is never going away. This is stuff you have to pay, whether you are locked into a loan or whether that it's there. It's never going anywhere. But the other stuff, that's where we can figure out where we have to cut from. And yes, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to cut some of your monthly bills. It's just part of it. As a culture, we lean on the materialistic things. We lean on the things that don't matter. But when push comes to shove and you realize you're drowning and you're literally in a position where financially you will never be able to get out of that place if you don't cut back, I need you to realize that. And I need you to know that if you want to actually be debt-free, if you want to get to this next step, it's going to take some sacrifices. And it's going to take hard work, but you can do this. Debt is so taboo. Like, people think that to live, you have to live in debt. And oh my gosh, friends, that is such a lie. You do not. You can live a debt-free life. And that's why I want to share my tools with you so that you can be on the road to that. Obviously, I'm not there yet, but that's my goal. I want to show up every single day, every single week, showing you that these goals, they're not crazy. I mean, maybe they sound crazy, but it's possible. And I want that to happen for you. So your task for this week is to write out all your debt. Make sure you did a May calendar. If you haven't, this is me gut checking you. Go do your May calendar. Do your May calendar, write out all your debt, and then let me know. Like, say, you got work to do. Or say, like, okay, I'm okay. I can make this work. If you got work to do, where I was last year, like, our bill, we didn't make enough money to pay our bills. We didn't make enough money to take care of this. We had no room to start. If that's you, just tell me below. Like, we will work together. We will do this, and I will take you step by step to help you cut back your monthly spending, to help you save money on groceries, to help you start figuring out where to start attacking your debt. I want this for you, but you got to want it for yourself too, friend.